Hello there everybody, Oymon here, and welcome to Event 0, or if maybe Event open brackets 0 close brackets, probably the former anyway. So this is a game I've seen around on Steam for quite a while now, and it's got sort of decent reviews. People say that it's kind of a little bit kooky, a little bit mysterious. I know the idea is that you have to like talk with some sort of potentially broken AI or something, kind of like Talos Principle like. So I don't know specific details, obviously, because I always go into these things blind. But we'll start a new game and have a look. Ooh, save slots. Save slots! I love a game that has save slots. So few games, so few games have them these days. The way you talk to Kaizen will influence the outcome of this. Oh, excuse me, of the story. Oh God, no! Please tell me I've not got hiccups right now. That's the last thing I need. Okay, so I don't specifically like. We're on a space station. There's an AI we have to deal with. That's about all I know. So, ooh. We are all obsessed by being someone, something, somewhere. Being in a particular state of consciousness, health, mind. Being for and from. Being with. Being without. You are not an exception. Okay. Was I not? Sounds fun. Or do I need to... Okay, I was not an exception. Ooh. Ah. For as long as you could remember, the pronoun that described you best had been she, he, they. Oh, so you can actually not even have a gender in this. Well, I'll go he, I guess. You were very particular about it. Okay. Like everybody else, you called planet Earth your home, but you weren't like most of your peers. You spent your childhood in a hippie commune, in a war-torn country, in a slum. Ah, I want to be from a hippie commune. Peace, man. First California, then the United States ceased to exist. The world itself became a hypertrophized commune, whatever the hell that is. Both disapproving and confirming everything you stood for. So I moved to San Francisco. Those childhood memories, however painful, gave you some solace. They meant you were someone. And you intended to keep it that way, I guess. We're speeding up again. Ooh. Armstrong made a step on the moon and suddenly everybody wanted to be a part of something. You witnessed nation-states pop out of existence. Okay, that is that supposed to be the space station? Probably. Selenites became the privileged class of citizens. They were the minority who had traveled to space. It was hard to reconcile the modern world with your early days in the commune. The United Earth government paid for your college. You wanted to make a difference, to give back to society, to see what the rest of the universe looked like. Oh, that's definitely me. Whoa. Okay. Soon you joined International Transport Space Lines as a flight engineer assistant. You spent years in training before finally getting your shot. An old man wearing a blue flight jacket approached you after one of the mock launch exercises. He presented himself as Kurt Taylor, the president of ITS. Hello, sir, or it's an honor to meet you. Hello, sir. I don't bite, he said, grinning. You mumbled something incoherent. Kurt invited you to his office and closed the door behind you. He didn't ask you to sit. Sit down anyway. This is exactly why I selected you. I love him whose soul is lavish, who wants no thanks and does not give back, for he always bestows and desires not to keep for himself. What? Fucking kind of pretentious prick is this? He asked you to be part of the mission to Europa. Despite the Nietzsche. It's Nietzsche, isn't it? I'm sure that's Nietzsche. Despite the I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced. I've never seen the word written, but I know the word well enough. Quote, you decide to say yes. So that was a quote. That's probably why it sounded very pretentious then. And we're speeding up again. It's made of stars. There had already been 10 Europa missions. The new one was to be called Europa 11. No shit. This time they wanted to send a manned lander down to the surface. You just wanted to be part of something. I want to be part of something, I guess. The act of being in itself is not the problem. It's just that some ways of being are incompatible with others. We get obsessed by them and miss out on everything else. You came a long way from the commune. Well, quite. We're on the other side of the solar system.
10, 9,
Hearing this launch countdown made you feel anxious. It wasn't the fear of going to space. You've been looking forward to that. It was something else. And we're off! Space! Yes! A thought kept bugging you. It was September the 6th, 2012, and humankind had never been more united. Okay, so we're definitely in an alternate universe here. You, on the other hand, were utterly alone. As for building relationships, 390 million miles away from Earth, well, let's just say that wasn't going to be straightforward. Okay, fine. So, we're in a space station orbiting Europa. That's cool. Wasn't Europa where the Turing test took part? I can't even remember now. You're on your way to the system bay when the ship first entered the Europa orbit. The central alarms went off and the red lights blinded you. The AI of Europa 11 had invoked the Red Code security protocol. All personnel had to go to the bridge. This meant you as well. You reached the end of the hallway, but the door closed right in front of you. You asked the AI to let you into the bridge. The AI of the ship told you that the path to the bridge wasn't safe and that you had to evacuate immediately. What's going on? A steady voice said that trying to get to the bridge had been too risky. It wanted you to evacuate. You entered the escape pod bay. Everybody else turned out to be faster than you. Only one capsule remained docked. It got sealed and detached as soon as you got in. Ooh, and we're off. You could see the other escape capsules getting away from Europa 11. You tried to hail them. But no one answered. The other capsules drifted idly, uncontrolled. They were all empty. You tried to reach the command center. You tried to communicate with Europa 11. Europa 11 was steering your capsule, but you could not get the AI to answer your hail. Something was jamming the signal. Your pod was leaving the orbit. In a code red scenario, the AI of Europa 11 was at the wheel of all escape pods. This was supposed to give the crew enough time to get to their EVA suits. The screen turned blue, which meant the AI had let go. You felt a shock. The debris was hitting your capsule. The Europa 11 mission was over. The big dot on the radar had split into hundreds of smaller dots before disappearing for good. You needed a moment to process that. Sent out a distress signal. No one answered. You just kept it running despite the lack of sunlight. If no one found you, you wouldn't need the battery anyway. Okay. Cycles went by. You tried to establish communication with someone whilst listening to your favorite Beatles song whistling your favorite Beatles song into the microphone. One day you heard back. There was music coming out of the speakers. A sad female voice sang about the end of the world. You hurried to open the radar app. It's an app. Of course it's an app. Everything's a fucking app these days. I was gonna say, this is not quite what I was expecting here. There it was, a spaceship, one of those experimental tourist monstrosities from the 80s. What was it doing here? What was all the singing about? Most importantly, was docking it a good idea? You figured you did not have much of a choice. Does it say Nautilus on the side? I missed it. Ooh. Yeah, that says Nautilus down there. Okay. So we have a mysterious problem with Apollo 11, Europa 11. Okay. So this moved so fast. I mean, that was literally an entire lifetimes of events in 5 friggin' minutes. Actually made that 10 minutes looking at my timer. But okay, you know what? Let's just get into that. I figured we'd just start on the space station. I didn't think there'd be that whole intro where you set up your previous life. I mean, is that going to come back at all? Kaizen understands commands, but it understands complete sentences better. Now to look for clues in the environment. Yeah, so there is this apparent mystery. There's something weird going on, and I don't know whether you have to work out what it is, but just wait for the loading screen to finish, I guess. So that was really interesting because I mean, you got a lot of exposition all in very short bursts. Oop, hold the left mouse button to walk. Whose idea was that? Okay, well, left mouse button to walk then, I guess. And right mouse button to... That's gonna take some time to get used to. Okay, that's fine. Hello. Okay, we got pods. The door open? Nope. Oh, computer, can we interact? Using load of shows the database corrupted, no users found. Could you please enter a new login? Can we... Oh, do I just have to please enter a new login? Login input successful. Do you want to keep Oymon as your new login? Yes. Accessing user database. New user Oymon activated. Making event count. Success. My parents were weird. My parents were hippies. I'm here to help. I really want you to be my friend. I could do with a... I could do with a friend right about now. Can you open the door, please? Yay! Okay, well, he's opening up the door, so that'll be good. I am almost certainly going to be making copious spelling errors. As you can see, I can type pretty fast, but that also means that I tend to make a lot of mistakes. Ooh. Corridor detour. Ooh. It's... What is this, Monty Python? Oh, right, ITS. ITS. It's not it's.
Do you crave real adventure? Are you ready for the most transformative experience of your life? The ITS Corporation, leader in space transportation and hospitality sector, offers a unique opportunity to become a true pioneer
the
in universe exploration. This fall, we're launching the Nautilus program, a new kind of space voyage aboard luxurious space yachts and cruisers. Touch the stars without having to sacrifice your comfort. No more compromise, only Nautilus. International Transport Space Lines. Comfort out of your comfort zone.
Robinson syndrome is not the end of the line.
ITS Corporation headquarters in Palo Alto, California.
Ooh, oh, there's the lights. Ooh. It's the sun! Lovely! It's space, doesn't it look pretty? The door locked? Door's locked. Okay, let's look around. Ooh. Kaizen poster, ITS press. I just keep seeing it's. Ooh, what's this? Been on record, unidentified. Dear Diary by Moody Blues. Turntable. Okay. Can't seemingly interact with things. Ah, so we're in corridor D3. And things are very strange. Wake up on the moon in 10 hours. No more compromise, only Nautilus. Well, there you go. I will say, it looks quite nice for something that's clearly supposed to be retro. What's this? Private Space Company catalog. Dirty plates of food. Do we have to interact with the computer again? I suppose that makes a certain kind of sense. This is it, the lobby. I noticed. Will do. What do you want exactly? What do I want? Purpose in life. What do I want? I want lots of subscribers to give me attention on YouTube. I wonder if I typed in subscribers, he'd say something. Because people are like, they know what do I want exactly. I want to break free. I don't know. What do I want? I guess I should explore this station. Books in this lobby are most likely. If you say so. You think? That's good to know. I approve. Got any food? Anything more substantial? That's probably not spelled right. I can't argue with that. Okay then. So are we supposed to do something, or are we just supposed to argue with the computer until he opens the door? I mean, there are a lot of books, but I've kind of... I mean, the music's very nice. I'm probably going to get a copyright strike for it. Lobby is all well and good, but is there anything else to this station? Okay. Opening the door out of the lobby? True, but I'm curious. Aww. Pretty please? Okay. Yay! I got it to open the door. I guess all you really have to do is just say please. Oh, really? Really? Right. Ooh. Hey, it's like a Roomba. Hi! Cleaning system asleep. Of course he's asleep. Why wouldn't it be? Did you just... Yes. That would be preferable. Okay then, can we go? Anything I should know before I leave this room? Sure. Sure, why not? Then tell me. Sounds good to me.
Some people want to drive the goal into mass production. It is so dangerous that class and just cannot allow it allows to protect the world.
Oh? Sounds bad.
Circularity is a type of engine that was supposed to allow humans to travel farther into space instead it threatened their very existence.
Oh dear. So the singularity drive is bad.
A designed security system for this product engine that is incredibly reliable, turning failure to create a blessing by the singularity drive is no longer better since the Nautilus took off.
Black holes
find yourself because then I will be able to bring you back to Earth. Do you understand this?
Yeppers.
Tranquility might must be taken care of. This shit that is the last one of the army. To go to the grid console and trigger it so measures that we can go wrong.
Okay. Will do. So, can you open the door now? Yay! Okay. This thing's sassy, I like it. Okay, well, there we go. I guess we're in. Yep. Okay, we're in. He didn't close it this time. We're also completely over time for this episode, so I'm going to have to leave it here. This is not exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting the computer interactions, although I didn't think that was going to be such a large part of it. I thought there was going to be more exploration, but we could be getting into that. So we'll see. But I was not expecting that lengthy intro where... I don't know if any of that stuff is going to come back. Like, is that just setting the scene or what? I don't know. Either way, I'm loving the sassy computer. So we've got like a singularity drive core that needs to be overloaded, which sounds like it's going to blow up. I'm slightly concerned about that. We'll see where it goes. But this is interesting, so I'm really curious where we're going to go with this. So, as always, thank you all for watching, everybody. Please remember to do all the usual, to like the video, to share it around, to leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this, because this is one of those nice little weird niche games that I do enjoy playing every once in a while. And of course, please remember to hit the subscribe button. If you do, don't forget to hit the bell to make sure you get notified of when I upload videos, because YouTube's weird like that these days. Or alternatively, or as well as, follow me on Twitter. Link is in the description below. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!